John, thank you very much for coming to the 2025 Rung Film Festival.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, John, I think this is, at least in my experience, your second film festival that you're attending since we met last time at the Islamic Art Film Festival.
That's right.
Wonderful. So, John, tell us about yourself to our audiences who may have not known about Jon Rosenthal and the district that you represent. So, let's just start with some introduction for our new audiences.
Okay, very good. My name is Jon Rosenthal. I am the Texas State Representative for House District 135. And House District 135 is a part of Northwest Houston. It starts at, for those who are familiar with our layout in Houston, it's 290 and 1960 area. So I have addresses in Katy, Cypress, and Houston. I'm an oil field engineer by trade. I'm the only mechanical engineer in the state legislature, which is crazy on multiple levels. I'm also the only Jewish representative at this time. So it makes me a little bit of a unique quantity. And I'm currently in my fourth term. So I've done this for 6 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, John, as you know, that Rung Film Festival is one of the newest festival in Houston. I just found out from the Houston Film Commission that we're probably the 34th or 44th or something. So how do you like this idea of minority film festivals taking place in Houston, which is really not known for films or drama or theater or anyway?
It's so first, I love the idea.
Thank you.
And Houston is one of the most diverse cities in the entire country. We have such a melting pot here. And while people might not think of Houston as a cultural mecca, the only city in the United States that has more theater seats per capita than Houston is New York City.
Wow.
So we have a theater district here. It's very strong. And we have a great independent theater movement and culture here. So to me, it seems natural to have these sort of film festivals. It should be encouraged.
Absolutely. But I think we need to do a little bit more on that, right? We can definitely improve on that messaging, because when we started Rung Film Festival in Houston, a lot of people were like, Houston, so we needed to do a lot of branding for Houston, a lot of branding for Texas. We shamelessly use South by Southwest, freeway to South by Southwest kind of concept that, come to Rung Film Festival, then go to your South by Southwest. Or if you're coming from South by Southwest, visit Houston and then go back. So we kind of tried with that for a couple of years. But what are the government programs, or if you know of, that could possibly help efforts like these, besides the Texas Commission on the Arts?
So, right. The first Texas Commission on the Arts would be the first place to go. And if you need help with them, I know some people that work there.
Thank you.
A long-time family friend is the senior grant administrator for the Texas Commission on the Arts. So that is a strong body. But also there will probably be encouragement at different levels of government. So while the federal government is uncertain right now for us, I would look to Harris County, because they run lots of cultural engagement programs.
Absolutely.
And also City of Houston, because that's where we're inside of the city.
Right.
So, and I know folks at those levels of government. I'm happy to help you make those type of connections. My district is all what they call unincorporated Harris County. So I have no Houston proper, but I have great relationships with our county commissioners and our county judge.
Wonderful. So, last but not least, John, what is the state of Texas with this new administration change and the, media frenzy around it and the kind of statements that come out of Washington? How is it impacting real-time state legislatures and the life on the main street? Because now it's, instead of Wall Street, it's now Pennsylvania Avenue that's impacting Main Street.
So it's a good question. And I thought we only had 15 minutes for this.
I think we can talk way more than 15 minutes just on this question.
We could go on, and I would risk my partisanship coming out. So I'm clear. We're all elected officials in the legislature are partisans. I belong to the minority party, and of course, I'll just say outright that I got into politics as an anti-Trumper political activist. And so my perspective on this is going to be dramatically different than some of the more conservative voices in this state. But what I will say objectively, on top of the layers where, when I said earlier, we're uncertain about federal government, and that means funding for programs that are not partisan. So the farm programs, the education programs, the everything that you can imagine, the assistance for children with special needs and everything else that the government does, all that is in flux right now. The outward aggression towards minority communities will impact Texas because
absolutely.
of
We're feeling it already.
I'm sure that's right.
Yeah.
But objectively, if you are looking at, let's just say, the price of eggs, because that was a big contention during the election cycle, a lot of our agricultural workers are going to be scared off the job. So
they already are.
They are, absolutely. And so you will continue to see adverse effects from that. In the legislature now, what we have are some new members who are very polarized. And this has created obstructionism. We debated the budget until 3:00 in the morning a week ago. Wow. And then just last week, we debated school finance and the voucher program until 2:00 in the morning. These are things where if we were all agreeing, it could move smoothly. But when we're in disagreement, it turns into a procedural and legislative boondoggle, if you will. And so it just creates an environment where there's less cooperation and more contention and less getting done.
Interesting. So it's just been a few months of this administration. So how do you see the next 4 years or so?
So everybody asked me about 4 years. And I'm going to say first, Democrats can take control of Congress during special elections in the next few months.
Will they? I mean, are they up to it?
There's a possibility. So the special elections, I think, in New York and Florida are enough to sway that the Congressional House of Representatives. And even if that doesn't happen, there will be a full midterm election cycle after only 2 years, not 4.
It's coming up. Yeah.
And I will say, this oil field engineer who was so happy with my little life before I got into politics, I got into politics as an anti-Trumper activist. And so I am part of a large blue wave that happened in 2018 in the first Trump administration. And so I anticipate the possibility of Democrats gaining ground in the next cycle.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think Democrats or Republican, everybody would appreciate more sanity and less partisanship to solve our common problems rather than, one way or the other. Thank you very much for being so candid. And we're looking forward for you to join on our next panel, which is social justice in the media. So thank you very much. Any parting thoughts on this interview?
So first, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here. Oil field engineer runs to get into politics. My whole ethos was to try to bring sanity to government. Clearly, I have failed utterly at the moment, but I'm still trying. And so are a number of my colleagues from both sides of the aisle.
Wonderful. Keep trying, Jon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.